Hello, DS fam, and welcome back to another commentary video. The 2026 New York Mets are starting off very poorly. On the bright side, though, they get a little breathing room with an off day today. But as it stands right now, they have suffered their 11th straight loss. Not kidding. If you want to know how all this started, they lost the last two games of a three-game series against the Diamondbacks, got swept by the no-city name Athletics, also got swept by the Dodgers, not surprised on that. And now, as you see right here, they couldn't avoid a sweep facing the Cubs. In yesterday's ball game, I'll give them this. They really had a chance to break the skid. Let off a solo homer shot in the fifth, but in the bottom of the ninth, holding on to a 1-0 lead and needing to record the final three outs, their not-so-good now closer, Devin Williams, allows Ian Happ leadoff single. Then Michael Conforto delivers the game-tying RBI to send it to extras. And in the bottom of the 10th, with former Philly reliever Craig Kimbrell not being of much help, he allows Nico Hoerner to walk the Cubs off with a sac fly, scoring Pete Crow Armstrong. Everything is going wrong for the Mets. They're failing to secure wins and they're not steering in the right direction. Just brutal how this game ended for them. But let's take a look at the replies from the final score post by the official Mets social media. They're mostly just trolls coming in and having their fun. This Cubs fan saying, "The comedy curse continues, 0-11. Yeah, Zoran Mamdani destroying his city and destroying the Mets one day at a time. Mamdani curse is still alive. I hear they've been doing good with, what's the McDonald's mascot name? Grimace. Yeah, they should bring it back for good time's sake. Make that 11 straight losses. Hold this up from Mamdani. The L-Bender. This Yankees fan, enjoy Devil Williams. Crazy nickname. Some frustrating Mets fan, fire Mendoza and Stearns. Yeah, Mets fans have been over this manager and president of baseball operations, respectively, for quite a while. Speaking of Mendoza, there's been a post-game clip roaming around about his incompetence on how he handled the 10th inning. He didn't want to walk Nico Hoerner for this particular reason.
What was the thought process there in the 10th? Did you consider walking Hoerner to set up the double play?
No, in that situation, especially with Hoerner, you put him at first base, they're going to take second base there. So, there's a contact situation there, but, then they got some of their best hitters coming up after that too. So, no, we're just going right after him.
It would still be a 1-1 game. Just bring the infield in, if you can't set up a double play situation with the runner now leaving first base, just get your 5 infielders in. If he gets a ground ball, try to get the runner out at home. There's other ways to approach this if that happens. And as you see, Michael Busch 0-4 that game, hitting 164 batting average. You could certainly get an out from him. But nope, he wanted to take a stupid risk facing a great contact hitter instead of playing it smart. And that is what cost him big time. Now I want you guys to take a listen to the leadoff shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's running on the defense for Carlos Mendoza and how he runs the organization.
Mentioned it's going to get loud. A lot of that talk is going to be around Carlos Mendoza. I mean, what would you say about how the job the manager's done with you guys?
He's done a fantastic job. This is not on him. He has to make sure everybody here is prepared. Every coach here is prepared, and we have the information. It comes down on us. Mendy's our guy. He's our leader. He's in control, and he's done a tremendous job. We just haven't executed. It would be unfair to put everything on him because at the end of the day, he has gotten the ship in the right direction. We just have to. The people are paddling. We got to paddle and execute.
Lindor, please blink twice if you're in trouble. I mean, you can quit with the blind defense. Something has to be wrong, and they're not explaining this properly. They're just saying, "Oh, he's great, and he's helping us do the right things." But it's not showing on the field. I mean, Lindor, even your own stats this season are not at all convincing to make anyone believe on how you feel about Mendoza. 205 batting average. Seriously? 1 home run, 1 run batted in, at 600 on base plus slugging. That is not leadoff material, my guy. I'm a Marlins fan, but if I were ever a Mets fan, I would never consider taking his word with the current situation on the organization. In my opinion, he's being paid to say this wonderful stuff about Mendoza. The team as a whole didn't even have a proper, well-planned offseason. It was mainly getting rid of big players like Jeff McNeil, Brandon Nimmo, Pete Alonso, Edwin Diaz. And earlier this year, they did sign Bo Bichette, but he's not an answer to the many Mets problems. They're just incomplete. And they're continuing to make things worse on themselves, not reshaping Lindor back into business, and not building around Juan Soto, who they overspent on, which was like a ridiculous contract. After that 2-1 loss last game, the New York Mets are now 7-15, 8 games back from the division-leading Atlanta Braves for the NL East. And as I click on the wild card, the Mets are sitting bottom of the barrel, the worst team in the National League. I get it. There's 140 games left for them, plenty of ball left to be played, but the abysmal start had to be addressed. Now, before I end off this video, I want to share with you guys from Frank the Tank himself how he expresses his rightful frustration on the team's losing streak.
Now it's 11 in a row. You have a day off on Monday. A day off. There's probably no salvaging this season. The season is fucked. And I don't know what's going to happen after there's a salary cap, but it's impossible to be this fucking lifeless and bad. You got to blow it the fuck up, build around Soto, get rid of everyone else, especially David goddamn Jesus blowing Stearns. But you can't do that now. There's only one thing you can do now. You got to fire the manager. If you do not fire Mendoza on Monday, you show that you're comfortable losing, that you're okay with this, and that there's no accountability. If you do not fire Mendoza on Monday, nobody should buy another ticket to another game this season.
Yep, Frank. They certainly got no heart. I'm seeing it with my own eyes too. You're not the only one. How will the Mets make a quick turnaround for their season, reduce their 8 games below 500, and get back into the winning column? You let me know in the comments. I know it's been almost a month since the 2026 baseball regular season started, so things could change. But specifically for the New York Mets, they need to right their wrongs as soon as possible if they want to look competitive again. Anyways, I'm out. Like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and have yourself a great rest of your day.